economy is not working well for people, places, or the planet. Wages are low and work is insecure. Poverty is on the rise. Inequality between rich and poor is growing. And our fossil fuel-based economy is threatening the planet. We need a change. Community wealth building represents that change. It's about building up our everyday economy, bringing wealth back home to people and communities whilst caring for the planet. This is common sense economics. It's common sense for an economy to deliver well-being for as many people as possible. It's common sense for wealth to be enjoyed by everyone. It's common sense for an economy to nurture the planet. So how do we build community wealth? Number 1, we need to make our local labour markets just and fair. 2, we need to change how public institutions spend their money so that it grows enterprises and benefits communities. 3, we need to make sure that the land and property in our communities generates wealth for the people who live there. 4, we need to create an inclusive economy with more democratic and social forms of ownership. And finally, local financial power and institutions need to work for local places, people, and the planet.
People are angry because they see a system that's not working for them. Since 2010 especially, there really has been huge cuts, so you've got to start to be really, really creative. This was 2012, we encountered the Cleveland model, and out of everything that was put forward to me as the officer, that seemed to be the thing that was potentially the most groundbreaking.
So the Cleveland model is a strategy to work with large universities, hospitals, cultural museums, and so forth, that we call in the United States anchor institutions. We have started a set of businesses that are worker cooperatives owned by the people working them that provide goods and services to these large institutions to create more jobs and wealth in the community. There's something about the design that I think is hopeful. People can say in Preston or in Albuquerque, New Mexico, or in Toronto, Canada, well, we have large anchor institutions in our community. Maybe we could leverage them as well.
We shifted the culture, so they're spending a lot more within the local economy. The spend of all these organisations every year, it's over £1 billion. Due to this local purchasing policy that we do have, they're actually taking on new people. The university graduates formed cooperative ways of working, they formed an artist collective.
Co-op values and principles are very much about resiliency in terms of working. It's about democracy, self-help, social responsibility.
Ecolise is the European network for community-led initiatives on sustainability and climate change. We want to co-create and develop new ways of doing policy to bring the voice of community-led initiatives that are currently doing transformative social innovation.
For Ecolise and our members, regeneration is the replacement of socially and ecologically destructive systems with systems that nurture all forms of life and enable individuals and communities to flourish. Regeneration is at the very heart of our work. We collate and share knowledge of regenerative initiatives. We raise awareness of existing community-led action and aim to inspire others. And we advocate for government policies that support regenerative systems.
Frocal appeared out of a conversation. The dream was to think about how in the next 10 years we can help Forest Row be the best version of itself.
As part of our work with Frocal, we realised that if we really wanted to enable as much as possible to happen in the community, getting involved in supporting people to run for the parish council election seems to be a critical piece of the puzzle.
And we think that a parish council that will work with the community, for the community, is going to be an incredible lever.
What we see in Forest Row is a very dynamic village with lots going on, and that's not being reflected in the way that our local politics is being run.
How do we get Forest Row to be the best version of itself, being resilient, being localized, and how can we join the dots? How can we get people together?
Solidarity economy in Europe today, it's a movement of practitioners, actors, people who want to change the way the economy is structured today. Radically change it so that it's for the benefit of the people and not for the profit of the few. We can produce and consume locally and have the circuits and the supply chains that are under our own control.
Y llegar a una visión común respecto al concepto de buen vivir, un concepto que hoy día está siendo utilizado en las plataformas, pero que tiene mucho sentido. Era interesante y era el objetivo recoger también la visión desde los diferentes pueblos originarios que habitamos América Latina para encontrar el sentido de este concepto de buen vivir y discutir y de alguna manera contra la idea de que solamente tiene que ver con la satisfacción de necesidades individuales, sino más bien con una ética de trabajo colectivo y en comunidad.
Les saludo desde la Unión de Cooperativas Tosepan, desde el municipio de Cuetzalan del Progreso, Puebla, México. La misión ha sido el mejorar la calidad de vida de las familias de nuestros socios, ir avanzando hacia el trabajo organizado para llegar a un proyecto de vida buena. Este proyecto de vida buena, el buen vivir, nosotros acá en náhuatl le decimos el Yegnemilis. Tienen que ver desde el respeto al entorno, el respeto a la madre tierra, el respeto a la naturaleza, el respeto a todos los recursos naturales que tenemos a nuestro alrededor.
Una amenaza son pues todas las grandes empresas que tratan de venir a poner aquí sus negocios, como Coppel, como Walmart, que en algún momento quiso entrar a Cuetzalan. Todos los proyectos que tengan que ver con el deterioro del ambiente, la explotación de la mano de obra, una gran amenaza para las comunidades, para los pequeños empresarios y empresarias. Siento que lo que más nos ha ayudado es a fortalecer la economía local.
Estamos hablando que la Unión de Cooperativas tiene presencia en 27 municipios y el resto de municipios pertenecen al vecino estado de Veracruz. Dentro de esta región, la Unión de Cooperativas Tosepan trabaja con 38,000 familias. Tiene entre sus principios el trabajo comunitario. Y el trabajo comunitario significa trabajar con las comunidades desde los planteamientos que cada comunidad tiene. Entonces, lo que hemos visto es el trabajo de la producción orgánica, cómo se integra el modelo de producción de café, que es un modelo de producción bajo alta biodiversidad de todo lo que constituye nuestro patrimonio biocultural.
When I tell my friends I'm going to Cheeseboard, they're like, oh my gosh, you're so lucky, bring me back a piece. It's like a well-known place.
The biggest criterion to be here is that you want to be here. You want to be part of this kind of alternative political or governing body where we look at capitalism as not the only possible way that you can make a living.
We make $24 an hour. We all make the same wage, regardless of how long you've been here. So that's kind of unusual. And then at the end of the year, we split up the profit. Not based on seniority, which might be, or investment, which would be the traditional way of splitting up profit, but on the number of hours each person worked. We make about in profit probably over $1 million a year. It's a lot of money if someone owned this business. It's a lot of money to me. But then we split up among 65 members. It becomes a modest amount of money for each person. And so it comes out to about another $10, $11 per hour.
When the local shop went up for sale, and it had been such a vibrant shop, you met everybody in the village there. Went from that to being very sad.
We couldn't really run it as a volunteer. Obviously, on our own, we couldn't afford to pay for it. So we went down the road of looking at a community shop. Out sprung Roggett Community Cafe. What's really lovely now is that we have people coming and they have their regular tables and their regular chit-chats, and we've got all generations. We've got little tigers from the nursery coming in. We have granddads bringing their little grandsons in. We've got young new babies. We get a chance to hold babies. It's lovely. Our next project is to have a shop.
We're going to be open 6 days a week. We're going to have a little garden out the back where we can grow our own stuff to use in the shop and the cafe, where people then can come and volunteer as well, which will help with their mental health and help with well-being. And it's just going to be a real community hub where the village can come together and just meet.
In villages, towns and cities across the country, ordinary people are creating new futures for themselves, brick by brick. Community land trusts, or CLTs, are democratic, not-for-profit organisations which own, develop and look after land and assets for the benefit of their communities to meet local need. Many CLTs start with affordable housing for local people in areas where they've been priced out or left behind, making them affordable for every future occupier and keeping them in community hands forever. Sometimes it's just a few houses, or it could be hundreds or even thousands. But it's not just homes. CLTs can take on anything important to the community. Businesses like shops or pubs, communal land for meadows and wildlife, or even energy schemes. And that's the magic of CLTs. Because the community are in control, CLTs can do things that others can't.
O projeto Termo Territorial Coletivo surge a partir da preocupação de ativistas com a manutenção do direito à moradia digna de moradores de assentamentos informais na cidade do Rio de Janeiro. Ele tem como principais objetivos a garantia da segurança de permanência de comunidades nos seus territórios, a garantia da manutenção da acessibilidade econômica dessa moradia e o desenvolvimento territorial protagonizado pelos moradores. A dimensão da participação comunitária e do protagonismo dos moradores é essencial para o nosso projeto e para todos os outros termos territoriais coletivos que estão espalhados pelo mundo. Em 2021, tivemos um grande avanço no campo da legislação do projeto e nos trabalhos de incidência política. No ano de 2023, para além do nosso trabalho contínuo junto às nossas comunidades piloto, tem sido marcado pelas ações de incidência política tanto no âmbito municipal, com a reinserção do termo territorial coletivo no projeto de revisão do Plano Diretor do Rio de Janeiro, quanto no âmbito federal, com as primeiras aproximações para a apresentação do projeto de lei federal sobre o termo territorial coletivo.
Avec ses cantines 100% bio, sa régie municipale agricole et ses actions d'éducation, la ville de Mouansartou a mis en place depuis de nombreuses années déjà une politique alimentaire durable qui vise à préserver la santé de ses citoyens et de son environnement. La ville est aujourd'hui reconnue comme un modèle à l'échelle nationale et internationale et ne compte pas s'arrêter en si bon chemin. Depuis 2012, les cantines de la ville sont passées au 100% bio avec une majorité de produits issus de l'agriculture locale, de la région PACA et du Piémont italien. Ce passage au 100% bio s'est fait sans surcoût, et ce grâce à la diminution drastique du gaspillage qui est passé de 150 à 30 grammes par assiette, soit une diminution de 80%. Au cœur de cette transformation, les équipes de cuisine qui œuvrent quotidiennement pour fournir des repas aux 3 écoles primaires de la ville. Située dans une région de faible production agricole, la ville a dû innover afin de pouvoir fournir des produits bio et locaux aux cantines. C'est pour cela qu'elle a créé la première régie agricole municipale de France afin de produire elle-même ses légumes. Depuis 2011, 3 agriculteurs cultivent 3,5 hectares de terre et fournissent 25 tonnes de légumes par an aux cantines, ce qui représente 85% de leur approvisionnement. Rien de tout cela n'aurait été possible sans l'implication des élus qui soutiennent et mettent en place de nombreux projets.
Depuis plusieurs années, la ville de Mouansartou développe un projet alimentaire de territoire pour construire notre souveraineté alimentaire et offrir à nos habitants une alimentation respectueuse de la santé et de l'environnement. Au début, nous sommes bien sûr appuyés sur le levier de la restauration collective, qui est la compétence de base des communes, pour offrir aux enfants une alimentation saine, mais aussi pour sensibiliser les parents à ces enjeux. Et ensuite, à travers la maison d'éducation à l'alimentation durable, nous avons développé de nombreuses animations, événements pour sensibiliser et éduquer l'ensemble des habitants de la commune à acheter plus local, plus bio, plus de saison. Et pour permettre la réussite de ce projet, bien sûr, il a fallu travailler sur l'offre alimentaire et donc développer et préserver les surfaces agricoles et aider les agriculteurs bio à s'installer sur le territoire pour permettre un approvisionnement direct de la population auprès des agriculteurs locaux.
So I think what we do is we provide food that is healthy or a lot healthier and better than most of the food you can get at ordinary market. So the criteria are that we don't buy the food or other products from big corporations, that we try to support small producers and small farmers. I think one of the very important criteria is seasonal criterion, and it basically says that whatever grows here, which like broccoli in the season, we have it, but when it's coming from Italy or Spain in the wintertime, we don't order it from there.
Eli Oma maa on ruokaosuuskunta, jonka tarkoitus on tuottaa jäsenilleen ekologisesti tuotettua paikallista ruokaa. Pyritään semmoiseen parempaan ja ekologisempaan ja solidaarisempaan yhteiskuntaan. Uskotaan siihen, että itse tekemällä se on mahdollista toteuttaa. Ainakin tämä on yksi esimerkki siitä, miten paikallista ruokajärjestelmää pystytään pyörittämään ja mahdollisesti sitten myös sillä, että ollaan yhteyksissä muihin ruokasuvereniteettia ajaviin tahoihin, sitten muuallakin maailmassa, niin pystytään sitten sillä vuorovaikutuksella ja esimerkillä auttamaan siinä ruokasuvereniteetin kehittymisessä ja toisaalta myös tukemaan sitten muita ryhmiä, mitkä ympäri maailmaa toimivat.
We were set up very clearly with the aim that more food can and should be grown in London, but also the social benefits that take place when people come together to grow food, the emphasis being on growing food, but also the transformation that takes place when you do that together.
The organically box scheme is one of the few box schemes in London that contains produce grown in London bioorganically. It's more intensive in terms of human energy, because what large-scale production does is to substitute human energy for fossil fuels, for machines, to kind of streamline it by taking the labour out. Most people in the world are still working in food, distributing food, stacking food on shelves, serving food up. And what we're sort of saying is what's wrong with having more people working on the land.
By being part of the box scheme, people are really contributing to making Waltham Forest a much more healthy, happy, sustainable borough.
In Thailand, the number of organic farmers gradually increased now. But the number of old farmers who used to be farmers decreased a lot because they cannot survive in chemical way anymore. So no farmer want their kids to become farmer again. They send their kids away. But the number of young people from the city want to come back to the farm is increased. They have strong intention that they want to do organic farming. So this is a new hope for us, because when they have good thinking, the technique is not a problem. Now we do a lot of training, mainly people from the city come, and most of them ready to quit their job. Many of them looking for land, and many of them bought the land already. This is the change I feel like is exciting about it. We cannot survive alone. We have to have groups, have communities, have network. So now we start a company. Farmer buy the share with the company. The owner of the rice mill buy the share. The distributor buy the share. Consumer buy the share. Everybody who are in the circle of food can buy share. We did not do business because we want the highest profit, but we want to have the system of food fair for everybody. So it's become a big network, a big family.
Let, co jsme tady otevřeli farmářský trh a předtím tady bylo parkoviště. Naše práce spočívá ve dvou zásadních věcech. Jednak samozřejmě Pražanům přinést kvalitní potraviny a zároveň farmářům umožnit alternativní prodej jejich kvalitních výrobků právě v Praze a mimo jiné proto, aby dokázali odolávat tlaku obchodních řetězců.
Já na plavku chodím už tak 10 let, mám to tady hrozně ráda. Já kupuji skoro vůbec v supermarketech, protože tady si koupím čerstvé věci na čerstvém vzduchu a od trhovců, který znám, který jsou pak farmáři a vím to po nich, že jsou.
When you're getting food from a local producer, when you're getting it from within 100 miles, when you're getting it after it's been picked freshly that morning, it's going to be so much more flavorful.
It's about having a relationship and taking responsibility for your food. You know the person who's growing your food.
In the farmers market, there's so much opportunity for us to really acknowledge and honor the people who grow good, clean, whole foods and bring them to us.
We are helping to strengthen the local economy, supporting our neighbors. It's up to us to ensure that farmers can continue to do the work that they do and provide us with the fresh, healthy, local food that we all deserve.
Money is a network of folks around the country who are collaborating to put some of their money into local food systems.
There's so many other returns on your money. Woody and I decided, wouldn't it be great if there was a club that gave 0% interest loans to local food entrepreneurs.
So the way that it works is members make a $150 contribution if they're a farmer or teacher, or a minimum of a $250 contribution if they're anybody else. That goes into our general pool. At our quarterly meetings, a farmer or food entrepreneur will stand up in front of our group and pitch their proposal. We collectively make a choice based on what will make the greatest impact on our local food economy. The loans then get paid back, go back into our fund, and circulate for future loans. The backbone of our business is building a local food economy that supports local food production for everyone.
To me, this is the path to food safety, food security, supporting our local farmers in any way we can.
This is Plattfields Market Garden and we are Mud. We've been building the community here over the past 7 years in response to the climate emergency, our personal mental well-being and the desire to have a place to meet people and of course to grow, cook and eat good food.
I have been running the Strong Roots programme for 16 weeks. It's a gardening wellbeing programme for refugees and asylum seekers and friends, and it's focused on growing food, cooking food, well-being, natural crafts and meeting new people, making new friends.
My son have depression, very deep depression. After come here was be better every week waiting to come here. The psychologist told me stop the drug, just garden is enough for your son because he's really happy. It changed emotion, changed the anxiety, changed everything be better.
We have a community kitchen. We have a little food co-op and grocer. And really importantly, we have a cafe. We have sewing and knitting. We run our own honey enterprise here. Recycled bikes, art, lots of art. A really big focus is our food hub, and our food hub is made up of urban kai, which means that we run 12 to 14 urban farms across the valley and into our prison. I think the things that we are addressing here in this community are around quality of food and the sustainable creation of food.
Mae'r safle yn hen safle ble oedd rhandirodd tan y 60au a wedyn mae wedi bod yn hanesyddol bwysig. 3 blynedd yn ôl oedd ddim modd i ni gyrraedd y safle yma, oedd dim llwybrau, oedd dim byd i gael yma a mae wedi gallu trawsnewid gyda'r rhandirodd a'r ardd glywynod byw yn ffantastig o brosiect cymunedol gyda tua 150 wedi cymryd rhan i sefydlu y safle.
It's meant a lot to the folk that have got involved in here. It's brought them together. They work together, they share their seeds, their plants, their skills, their knowledge, and none of us are experts, but we're all learning, and we're all learning together, which is the most important bit.
Mae'r prosiect rhynggenedlaethol yn wir yn bwysig. Mae'r pleser mae'r plant wedi dod i bobl hŷn a medru rhannu gwybodaeth am y tyfu a mae pawb yn cael mwynhad mawr.
If you buy a fish that's processed in China or caught in Alaska, frozen, and then brought down in container ships, there's a lot of carbon footprint, not only the catching, but the transportation. And then the packaging is another issue where, for me, I go out in the morning, I'm back in within 4 hours, take the fish off, and then by that evening, it's on your table.
A lot of times the product has only traveled a couple hundred feet from the boat to where it's being sold. So when folks come down here, not only are they able to buy fresh seafood in either the restaurants or our retail stores, but they're able to interact with the fleet. They're able to see the boats. They're able to meet the fishermen that were involved in that process. We look at what we're doing here now as building a foundation for future generations.
We currently have 3 CMAs in Liberia. So what is Collaborative Management Association? It's essentially having everyone with interest in the fisheries agreeing to come together to manage the resource.
What can we do at the Zemlе Valley? How can we enforce it to stop the IU fishing? So let's try to regulate our sea, protect our sea.
Fishermen, fish processors coming together to manage their own resources so that decisions about the management of fisheries starts within the community.
Community energy is people in a community coming together to produce, to manage, to hopefully reduce the energy that they use.
I think collective effort is always going to have the biggest impact.
What community energy gives you is people, is a way to actually take action at a meaningful scale. So it's not just about getting renewable energy built, it's about how we build it, who owns it, who makes the decisions, and who benefits from it, not just from the clean power, but also from the revenues from that investment getting fed back into local communities. It also helps reduce our energy bills. It helps reduce our dependence on what is feeling like a more and more volatile international market for oil and gas. So it's not just addressing the climate crisis, we're addressing the cost of living crisis as well.
Energy is so important for every aspect of life. We've got fantastic solar resources, fantastic wind resources, hydro resources, and distributed renewable energy is the idea that you could produce clean power close to where people need it. And in that way, it's a more efficient process and also a cleaner way of delivering energy to those who need it.
What we are talking about is generating energy at the local level based on the resources that are available. It is better to have solar energy that is generated at the community level instead of over-reliance on energy that is going to come from a capital or from a regional town.
It's quite an incredible thing really to be able to save money myself, but also know that I'm contributing to the local economy.
Behind me, up in the mountains, there's a hydro that's making electricity. At the front end of me is a community, and what we've done within the project is match the two together. They save, and the hydro up the mountain makes more money.
For me, it's about keeping money in the local community and using natural resources locally and just saving money in our home, really.
Energy Local is about local energy for local people for local benefit.
The
idea of Schumacher College came to me because I felt that the educational system in the world today is part of the problem.
I teach Gaia theory, deep ecology. What I'm really trying to do is help people fall in love with nature using science, philosophy, spirituality.
We are, in our schools and universities, training millions and millions of young people for the market, for jobs, and not for life.
We are trying to use this field to partly grow as much food as possible for the college to eat, but also do it in the most ecological way that we can.
And the community consists of students, but also we have people who are working in the garden. We call them the growers, and we have volunteers, and they all live here.
So we live like a learning community. Everyone helps a little bit with cooking, with gardening, with looking after the house. So we create a sort of ecological community amongst the people who live here.
My mother's hen has laid an egg. A what? An egg. My mother's hen has laid an egg. A what? An egg. An egg. My mother's hen has laid an egg. A what? An egg.
In the school, it is practical. We don't so much care about papers. I mean, graduate and have this diploma thing. For us, we care about what is here and what can you do and how can you help others and which kind of impact can you give in the community. I want people to care more about the impact that you're doing in the community, in the society, than the certificate that you have.
Black Mountains College is an innovative experimental institution dedicated to climate action and adaptation. And we believe that in order to reconnect to nature and to reimagine our relationship with it, nature itself must be the classroom. We have 120 acres here at Troy de Haan, which is in the process of being transformed into a pioneering example of agroecology in practice. And that is agriculture and rewilding together so humans and nature can thrive in harmony. Students on our BA Sustainable Futures degree will be learning climate literacy, ecological literacy and creative arts to unlock communication, empathy, collaboration and critical thinking, and that involves everything from traditional crafts like coppicing and traditional ways of forestry to visual arts, digital media and music and other things.
Bhumi College is a unique institution for holistic learning that has been supporting youngsters to work for sustainable living and localization through its one-year fellowship programs. It's not a matter of just adding a few topics or even a few subjects in education. It's a matter of a whole new approach. It is actually a very fulfilling and enjoyable experience to work together in small communities, small local communities, and also to feel that we are all part of one huge, large earth community.
make some music together. Oh, 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 gonna make some music together. Brothers and sisters, come gather round. This simple act weaves people through sound. Long before, not so long ago, music was something you didn't do on your own. Cook it with emotion. What's the emotion? What's the emotion? Treat it like it's sacred, like it means something. Put your hands up in the air. Pretend that you want to channel some energy. Yeah, cook it with emotion. Yeah, beautiful, beautiful. Treat it like it's sacred. Treat it like it's sacred. Hey, oh. Can you sing that with me?